never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First time with James Conner, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1 yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And down to the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that's incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They run. It's Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's 1st and goal after after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He's brought down.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
It's now.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Here we go with Kamara. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alvin Kamara. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's a handoff to Connor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
There on the stop.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
3rd down.
Now Rosen looking to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Naheem Hines.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
A gain of
12 more yards there and another first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
On 1st down. It's Connor, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Dancing to his left.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Ebron caught left side. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he... Works it past the 50.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson will throw again. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Short little throw to Ebron. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Smith-Schuster.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it. Now the ball comes loose. And the Ravens have got it. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Ravens.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Henderson. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
A 3-yard
as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 14.
3rd and long here for Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Rosen's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
55, my guy, 55.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. Oh, what a juke into space. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 79 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson from the shotgun, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
Rosen off the play action. Johnson's got it complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
27, Steelers 8.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they hand off to Coleman. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Taken down.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
2 yards.
2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd and 8.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 36. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for him with Connor. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brought down.
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
First down, Steelers.
On first down, it's Rosen. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd down at 5.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Rosen on 1st and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Steelers 16.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
On the carry.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will extend their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Ravens 34.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there. Yeah,
I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 32 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Ravens 41. Steelers.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquise Goodwin. 60 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson going for the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to
second down and goal. Jackson feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, touchdown, 99 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson going up top. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Pittsburgh.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's taken down inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Throwing now is Rosen. They'll roll him out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Oh, I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
4 yards on the pickup.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Ebron caught left side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up
now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he slings one that's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On first down, Hines. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
They run again with Hines. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what... And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one, pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit, now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental, like no chance you could get that done, but they did. Let's go back to the 92 NFL season, 93 playoffs. Houston, Buffalo, in Buffalo. Houston with the monster lead, and here come the Bills all the way back to win it.
Led by Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, Frank Reich was the quarterback. He had done it in college a few times. He did it in the pros with the Bills. How old were you then?
I was 10, but I remember it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Score, Steelers.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Steelers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.